So I'm going to just say that you can totally do some breathing with the legs extended forward or come onto your back. The physical practice of yoga, as so many of you know, helps open up the knees and gets the sit bones really grounded so that you can sit in a sukhasana more comfortably. But if you're feeling any pinching in the knees here or discomfort in the neck or back, it's a sign that even this position to start with is not appropriate. So as a reminder, everything in the universe can be medicinal and healing and vice versa. Right? So it's kind of like even the sun. It's like we need the sun, but if you're out in the sun too much, the body can't handle that. And that goes even with as simple as a yoga pose. So how can that be medicinal and healing for you? And where do you start to take it to the point where the next day it's not going to feel good? And that's a question mark for each of us to discover. So, in whatever position you're in, let's just take a moment to close the eyes. You can always sit in a chair if you like. Taking a moment to connect to the earth. All of the laws of gravity, allowing your body to be supported in this moment. Taking a deep breath of gratitude to the earth. Feeling the universe above and below as the crown of the head lifts upwards, simultaneously the tailbone grounds beneath. Just feeling the spine almost as if it was the axis of the earth. And taking a deep breath of gratitude the whole solar system and our heart. And as we continue to deepen the breath, bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Connecting with the diaphragmatic breathing, feeling as you inhale, the breath pours in from the top to the bottom, feeling the belly fill into the bottom hand last. And then as you exhale, feel the belly drawing first, and then the ribs and chest soften but without collapsing your posture. And continue with the breath. Feel that nice rhythm of the breath. Bring your hands to your thighs. Continue to elongate your breath threshold. So your inhale and exhale becomes longer and more full. You're going to add a little mantra. On your next inhale, silently say ko, K-O, as you inhale. And on your exhale, hum, H-A-M, silently. Each inhale, ko. Each exhale, hum. Continue 6 more times. Who am I? Your 6th repetition with the mantra, relax the breath at your own pace. If you're not finished, continue. And when you're completed, go ahead and transition onto your hands and knees with padding under the knees so your blankets are just folded. So it is said, there's a story of when we're each born, a baby's born, that first cries out, "Oh hum, who am I?" So fingers spread wide. We're not our spines or our shoulder problem, right? That's just a part of what we're feeling. On your next inhale, lift your heart center forward, softening the shoulder blades down and back. And as you exhale, draw your abdominals in, flattening the lower back, bring your sit bones back towards the heels, letting the upper body melt into gravity towards the earth. And then inhale forward, connecting with your breath again. Start that exhale with that engagement of the abdominals. That's what supports the lower back. Four more times on your own. Beginning to link the rhythm of the movement with the rhythm of the breath. Start the breath and then start the movement. End the breath and end the movement at the same time. And after your 4th repetition, go ahead and stay back in an extended child's pose. Reaching your fingers forward to the front of the mat. And walk your hands over to one direction, moving into a slight lateral stretch. And feel as you breathe, the rib cage expansive and opening. And take another breath, just feeling the intercostal muscles. Opening the rib cage. And then walking the hands the opposite direction, noticing any differences on this side without judgments. We're not our aches and pains. Take a nourishing breath. Let this be a healing stretch. And then again, one more breath, just feeling where you can open on the inhale, feel that expansiveness of the side of the waist. And then coming back to center. From here, bring your hands all the way to the lower back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and lift with your heart to come to a kneeling all the way up. And let's come to a high stance, readjust so that you're to the front of the blanket, so even your shins feel a little more supported. And let's spin the palms out to the side. Nice deep inhale, the arms go overhead. And just pause here. Feel the arms are overhead. Do you feel tension in the shoulders and the neck? And if so, I want you to bend the elbows. Make sure it's not your mind or your ego telling you, no, my arms can be overhead, I swear. Be honest and truthful to yourself. So from here to transition, again, we're going to zip up those abdominals. Use that support, bring your sit bones back towards the heels, and then sweep your hands away from you and again to the lower back as your forehead comes to the earth. As you inhale, lead with your heart. Shoulder blades drawn together. Spiral the palms away from you. Come all the way up. Repeat your variation. And exhale from that abdominal support as you come down. Adding a head turn. Come up with the head straight. Nice deep inhale. And turn your head to the right as you exhale. So we're bringing the temple to the earth. And see if you can get a nice stretch for the neck and shoulders. Head comes to center. Inhale, rising up. Push the shins into the earth. Feeling that nice strength in the legs. And then head to the left as you exhale. Let's do that 4 more times on your own, listening to the rhythm of your breath. And begin to link that pace of the movement with the breath. So really important as you come up to feel the back of the upper body, the upper back, thoracic spine working. That's why you're leading with the heart. Since we're all moving at a different pace, go ahead and finish this one that you're on. Rise back up. And when your hands are overhead, transitioning back into that extended child's pose. Lean back. And then draw your abdominals, bringing your arms forward. We're going to transition into cobra pose. When you come to your hands and knees, mindfully come onto your stomach. If you're okay with doing a little push-up to transition, go ahead and do that. And today your hands are going to be all the way back, so your elbows are off the ground. So walk your hands back where it's comfortable. There's no pinching in the wrist. So draw your abdominals in here so that the belly is moving away from the floor. And that again supports the lower back. Keep your legs energized. On your next inhale, bring your head to center. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and lift your heart forward and up. Exhale, turn your head, release down, let the shoulders round forward. And again, inhale, find that abdominal support even when you come up. Can you think of the spine as elongating, not just lifting upwards? And releasing down on your exhale. Option to add your right leg as you inhale and come up. So your right leg lifts, opposite leg stays rooted to the earth. Exhale, release. Again, even the strengthening pose for the back should be yummy and nourishing. Inhale, opposite leg. And releasing. So if you're really hypermobile in a specific part of your back, you really want to draw the core in, and you might not come up all the way. You might just come up, but you're halfway. That might be more nourishing for you. Continue on your own. Up on your inhale, your head is to center, collarbones are broad. One more time on each side. Again, think of lengthening the spine. Don't be concerned how high you come up. Last time with the left leg, or working at your own pace, so you've done both sides equally. And then when you're rested back down to the floor, draw your abdominals in and push yourself back to your hands and knees. And let's come into that extended child's pose, but through a cat pose. So we're going to intentionally round our back, bring that opposite flexion of the spine. Feel the belly sinking in, and I want you to take a couple deep breaths as you transition. Moving the sit bones back towards the heels. Letting the weight of the head be heavy. And then come forward to your hands and knees. We're going to do a modified Chakrapakasana here. So from a parallel position, bring your right palm forward, right knee back. Just a couple inches. Right palm forward, right knee back. Now again, lead with your heart as you lift your heart center forward and up. And draw your abdominals in first, and that's the movement that brings your sit bones back. And you're going to feel like it's a little twisted here, but it should feel like a good stretch. Come back as far as is comfortable. Again, make sure it's not your ego pushing or your mind pushing. And with the breath, inhale forward. And exhale back. We're going to do that 2 more times on this side. Be compassionate to yourself. If you need to rest at any point, just pause in a child's pose position. Last time. And this next time when you're all the way back, I'd like you to stay back. If your body would like that, and you'll bring the right arm to the left arm. So it's a little bit deeper of a stretch here. Try to relax the muscles in the neck and shoulders, again, even when the arms are extended overhead. And explore for your body, especially if those areas are of tension. If you have a tendency to bring tension into the jaw, soften there. Even the muscles in your face. And then slowly bring your hands back to center. Come all the way up first to your hands and knees. And feel for a moment, palms and knees parallel to each other. Joe, feel okay for the back there?
Yes.
Okay, left palm forward, left knee back. Inhale, lifting your heart center forward. And then as you exhale, start with the movement from the belly. And just feel differences on this side. Maybe this side's a little tighter. Or maybe this side feels like it's a little more elongated than the first side. Continue linking the movement with the breath. And if your breaths are longer than what I'm demonstrating, then continue at your own breath pace. 2 more times. Do a little 4 times of movement on this side. And transitioning into the stay on this next time. And again, only if your body would enjoy that. Bring the left hand to the right hand. And you can rest your head to the right arm if that's comfortable. Or some of you might be fine with the head to the floor. Again, again, try to relax the neck muscles, relax the jaw. And feel that breath. And then slowly coming back to center and back to your parallel hands and knees position. From here, lifting your heart forward. Feel both sides of the body working equally here as you release all the way back. Let the weight of the head release towards the earth. And one more time. Symmetry, balance from side to side. And you're going to keep your hands forward, but stretch them even more towards the front of the mat. So this is actually a modified downward facing dog. You can feel that already there might be a tendency for one part of the neck and shoulder to tighten. So I'm going to give you this option when we do downward dog, just to stay here. I want you to feel how it's the extension of the spine. It's almost like the spine's yawning and elongating. So you're going to keep your palms glued to the mat and forward. Let's curl the toes under. And I want you to feel that same cobra-like position. So your heart center is lifting. And now, lean back and push the weight towards the legs. But keep your knees bent to start with. So your sit bones are lifting up towards the sky. See if you can try to release tension around the neck and bring more of the weight to the legs. And then go ahead and bring one heel towards the floor. Again, it should be a nourishing stretch. And then go ahead and move to the opposite. So the opposite heel comes towards the floor. And you're just going to walk it out. So the heel and Achilles tendon and calf muscle, we don't want to overstretch, but we want to start bringing some circulation there. And then from here, you're going to pause once you've done both sides, using equally. Bring your knees all the way down and come to a high knee stance. So we're going to add to that. Feel okay with that, not too much tension in the shoulder? You have to be honest to yourself. So again, at any point, rest the upper body. Some of you are even lifting a lot of heavy stuff. That might not be an appropriate position. You can stay in that extended child's pose. So you're going to start bringing the right hand behind you. And let's lift the right shoulder up, back and down. And just do that one more time. See if you can keep it back and down with ease, not forcing. And then bring the left arm out to the side and rise up. From here, you're going to turn your head to the right. Feel the abdominals draw in. Lean back towards the heels as you sweep the left hand to the lower back and bring the left temple towards the earth. Bring your head to center. You're going to bring your right arm out to the side. So you push down through the shins and come all the way up. Now stay here. Lift that left shoulder up, back and down. Just notice any differences. One more time. Keeping it down. Turn your head to the left. Draw the abdominals in and sweep the hand all the way to the lower back as you bring the temple towards the earth. Bring your head to center. Left arm out to the side. Nice deep inhale as you come up. Continue. Exhale. Head to the right. Sweeping the left hand to the lower back. Head to center. Inhale. Right arm comes up and over. Remember, you have that option to bend the elbow as well. Head to the left. Two more times. Coming up on the inhale, you switch as you come up. You stay on that side as you come down. Last time. And relax the breathing. Again, bring your arms forward to that extended child's pose. Again, be honest. Stay here if downward dog is not appropriate for you. Otherwise, come forward to your hands and knees. Lifting the heart center forward, throwing the back toes under, and then bringing the weight towards the legs. And here you have the option to keep the knees bent. Or if you can want to walk out in tension, just feel what is appropriate for your body. Don't judge yourself. You aren't your tight calf muscles or your hamstrings. Be compassionate to yourself. Explore what feels good. And then you're going to slowly transition to standing. If you're in downward dog, you can take little baby steps forward or back. If you're on the ground, slowly come up. Now we'll all meet in a forward bend. You can reach your blanket behind you, just slide it to the side. In your forward bend, I like everybody's knees deeply bent. Just pause for another breath. See if you can feel the weight of your head, the weight of your brain releasing towards the earth. Don't let the neck hold on. Don't let the jaw grip it. I think I made up a word, grip it. From here, draw the belly in. Feel a little sinking in of the belly. And you're going to roll up vertebra by vertebra. Give your spine a nice massage. Come all the way up, lifting the crown of the head last. Now let's pause with the feet intentionally right under the sit bones. Let's have a little micro bend in the knees. And just feel how a little micro bend in the knees, the sit bones can release a little bit more towards the heels. And again, bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And connect with your breath. Just check in. Notice, are you straining or gripping around the throat as you're breathing? Are you favoring the inhale or the exhale? Take this pause in the practice to return back to that smooth and steady breath that we started with. And this time on your next inhale, silently in your mind, so, S-O. And as you exhale, silently hum, H-A-M. Continue 4 more breath cycles. I am that. Last breath cycle, go and relax. Take a nice swallow. And bring the arms down to the sides. Keeping this alignment with the feet, step your right leg forward, left leg back. Remember, you're not in a balance beam, so we don't want to feel like you're balancing in the pose. Take a wider stance. Feel that support of the earth. And bend your front leg. Let's just review a little alignment. Your knee stops right on top of the ankle. So if it's coming way in front, maybe you want to take a longer stance, bringing the back leg further away. Nice. Now let's start with our hands to our heart. And when you bring your arms out to the side, we're going to do low arms this time. I want you to feel your heart lifting upwards. And no pinching in the back though, right? So from here, you're going to straighten the front leg. Bring your hands, one palm on top of the other to the heart. And then tuck the chin. Let's get a little stretch for the back of the neck. With the breath now, inhale. And exhale. Opposite palm on top. Continue linking the movement of the breath with the movement of the body. So 2 more times. So on the inhale. On the exhale. So I am that. Could be I am the divine, I am the breath, I am the universe. Whatever in your heart just comes to the moment. Last time we're going to stay here, keeping the arms extended back. But this time lean slightly forward, flattening the lower back. And then lift your heart even more towards the sky. Breathe. So when the baby cries, Koham, who am I? The breath responds, that first breath. I am that. You enjoy your breath as if it was the first one you were taking in this world. Mindfully coming back to center. Let's pause with the hands to the heart and carefully stepping forward or back, whatever feels appropriate for your body. And let's pause for a moment with the hands to the heart. Your eyes can be softly open or closed. Here, let's keep our hands to our hearts, mindfully stepping back and discovering that alignment on this other side. Again, feeling grounded. And let's check that front leg alignment as you bend the front knee. And then bring the arms back. So back leg still is energized, has been supporting you. Maybe you feel a little more opening in the collarbones. Nice deep inhale here. And then exhale, straighten the front leg, bring one hand on top of the other, tuck the chin. Continue with the mantra. So on your inhale, as you come into the Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1, on the exhale. 4 more times. Next time we're going to stay, keeping our arms back, feeling the arms as extensions of that heart center. And then lean slightly forward, try to flatten the lower back. And then lift your heart up from there. Breathe and enjoy that breath. Mindfully coming back to center, relaxing the breath, keeping your hands to your heart. And let's pause again in mountain pose. Relax the breathing. Mountain Tadasana.
Mountain.
Meditation mountain pose.
Meditation mountain pose.
It really should be, right? A mountain's meditating all the time.
Yeah.
It just is.
Still.
Yeah. So yeah, it's that rootedness of the earth, that which we come from, but simultaneously that growing upwards, that honoring of that space and ether and air. So can you feel that quality? From the pelvis down, roots into this mountain, into your mountain. Simultaneously, there's that lifting upwards, that honoring of all that we are. Feel a sense of balance here. As both sides of the body support the weights equally. Softly open the eyes. Bend the knees as you lean back, bringing the weight more towards the heels. And then sweep your arms down and circle up to chair pose. From here, bring your hands to your thighs. Draw your abdominals in. And on your next exhale, with a nice straight back. Release into your forward bend, keeping the knees softly bent, and then at the very end, let the back round. So remember, if you have any low back stuff, bend your knees a little deeper, almost like you're in that chair pose, even in the forward bend. Take another deep breath, just savoring this stretch. Bring your hands to your thighs, lead with the heart, and come all the way up. Moving right into chair pose with the breath. Inhale, arms sweeping up into chair pose. Stay here for the exhale, drawing your abdominals in. Feel both sides of the body again working equally. Stay here for your inhale. Hands to your thighs. Exhale, keep your back straight, and then release into your forward bend. Your appropriate variation. Stay for 2 breaths. So a breath is an inhale and an exhale. Invite the breath to allow your body to release deeper into the pose. Hands to your thighs. Inhale from the straight back. So shoulder blades softly down the back as you rise up to standing. Last time. Inhale. Get into chair pose. 4 breaths. Stay here. When the arms are overhead, give yourself permission to bend the elbows if you feel that tightening in the neck. And after your 4 breaths, stay. Move into the forward bend, same thing, 4 breaths, stay in your forward bend. If you're not sure where to place your hands in this longer stay, you can bend your elbows, holding on to the elbows, allowing that extra weight weight to release the neck and shoulders. The weight of the head be heavy, neck muscles softening. Okay on that?
Still with it, back.
And then after your 4 breaths, stay again, hands to your thighs. Lead with the heart as you come up. Let's pause here for a moment. So your legs are going to stay in mountain pose. I'd like you to sweep just your right arm up and overhead. Lightly bring your fingertips just above the left ear. Without forcing or pulling, you're going to invite that right ear to the right shoulder. Now, little baby circles with the left shoulder. Have a special spot, huh? So we want to make sure, again, that there's not a pulling feeling. As we do this a couple more times, you may find that bringing the fingers more to the back of the occipital lobe and tucking the chin down adds a little more of a stretch. Again, be compassionate. It's like a wonderful healer or a massage therapist when you go and get nourished. See if you yourself can create that same feeling of this movement. And then keep the shoulder back and down this next time. Effortlessly let the crown of the head come back up to center. And spiral the arms to the other side. Starting gently to bring the left ear to the left shoulder. And little baby circles. Feel that right shoulder. Just releasing any tension that's been stored in there with each movement. You can keep the head turned in this position or tuck the chin down. Last time, keeping the shoulder rolled back and down. And lifting the crown of the head up effortlessly. Let the arms rest down by your sides. Pause and feel here. And then from here, we're going to transition back down to the ground to a kneeling position. I'd like you again to bring the blanket so that your knees are padded. And we are going to move into a little bit of a twist for the thoracic spine. The nice thing is you're in control of how deep you go into it. And we have done this before, but why don't you watch just in case you haven't done this before and you can look at how to modify it for yourself. So we're doing this little thread and needle action with the arm. And I'm using this arm as an anchor point. My biceps actually almost engaged there. And I'm trying to get a nice stretch for that space between the shoulder blades. Look as when I come up. This arm is totally supporting me, so my neck muscles are staying relaxed, and so is this arm. So that's the nice kind of transition in and out. If you don't want to do this, I'm going to invite you just to do this stretch here, Joe. Maybe today.
I'll try that.
Okay. So when you're ready, let's just start with the left arm underneath. So the right arm stays bent, and your face is moving towards the sky. So you're feeling the anchor point even in the back of your head. And the arm. And remember, the back of the ribs are there to support the lungs. So the lungs go all the way to the back of the body. So So when you breathe, can you invite a little opening from that rhomboid, that area, that space and muscle right behind the shoulder blade, but simultaneously as you're breathing, just bringing some awareness into that upper thoracic spine. Not too much of a twist there.
No.
And then from the stability of the right arm, when you're ready, go ahead and push yourself up mindfully, keeping the neck relaxed. And then moving to the other side. Again, be compassionate. No pushing or forcing. Invite the breath in. And breathe. Moving the face towards the sky, remember, so that the neck isn't, feeling any tension. Now when you're ready for that stability of the left arm, go ahead and push yourself all the way up. And pausing in child's pose. So in your child's pose position, you can place a block here, the front of the forehead. It might be to repeat. So on your inhale, and hum on the exhale. Silently, just as you stay. From here. So when we come up, we're going to transition onto our back. I'd like to do just like a minute of free practice. And I'll give some suggestions. When you're on your back, just make sure your spine is supported with the blanket. So a free practice meaning you get to really feel in your body what is appropriate. What's a counter pose from the practice to prepare you for relaxation? So twists are wonderful, great for detoxifying the body, but if you have low back stuff, I wouldn't recommend that right now. Another variation is bringing the knees into the chest and doing a little core work as the knees move away and towards you. And then another variation would be just to stretch hamstrings one leg at a time. And there might even be some other poses that you feel. We're all leaving class to do something different. We all do something differently throughout the week. So it's an important recognition to just feel that, hey, I might need something different than Joe today. So it's okay to do something different. Nice. Just make sure you don't lock in the knee. Yeah. So remembering if you're doing an asymmetrical pose where you're doing a stretch of one leg, make sure you do the same for the other side. And then at like you to end, so maybe we'll go another minute just so that we have ample time to counterpose. End with a symmetrical pose. Yeah. Could be knees to chest pose, it could be where both sides of the body are doing the same thing. Whatever you choose. And the same is going to apply for the relaxation pose that you choose. Do you want a chair under your legs? Do you want a bolster under your legs? Do you need a little support underneath your neck? Anything like good. Really stretch out. Is your back comfortable with everything extended? This pain just because you can send you back earlier. Now rest your thighs on that. And then I'm going to put this together. So there's a nice moment here to unwind and move into relaxation. I do want to make sure you're warming up. I have a couple extra blankets. Just make a gesture if you like one. Bolster under your thighs.
Bolster.
I'll show you this later.
Okay. Oh, so you're still investigating that bolster for me, right? It's a trick.
I feel okay?
Maybe you should just get 2 blankets.
A little better. Feeling the whole back of your body. Where is it touching the floor? And feel each breath, the back of your body relaxes a little more into those space. Imagine you were lying on the soil of the earth. All that nourishment beneath you. Each exhale, sweeping away that which is not you. That which is not the true self. amazing universe, multiverse. I'd like you to press rewind in your mind as you imagine the solar system at the time you were born. Imagining where the stars were, the planets were. Vedas, it is said that your soul is the song of the universe at the time you were born. Just feeling that song that's unique to you. Feel that in every cell of your being. Taking a deep breath of gratitude to all you are. And bringing this gratitude into this day, into this new year. As if it was the first time you were moving, just enjoying that sensation of your body. You work on the toes and fingers, deepening your breath. And when you're ready, moving slowly to one side. Resting in a curled up fetal position. And how symbolic it is that we end every yoga class in this fetal position. Again, an opportunity just to give gratitude to your life. And moving slowly from that fetal position, mindfully back up to your comfortable pose that we began with. Relationship all together. It's creating a group song in this moment. Feeling the breath. Let's end with 3 hums, just H-A-M instead of Om. I am. And as we do this together, just letting that represent we are. So taking a deep group inhale.